So my name's Michelle Ludecker-Connor. I'm from Costa Canada International Radio, and I am interviewing Gloria Feenan O'Neill, author and medium. So, good evening, Gloria.
Good evening, Michelle.
Good evening. Now then, we're going to have a very, very relaxed interview, all right?
Lovely.
And this is to promote everything that you're doing and going to do in the future. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to give us a short introduction about yourself, so that the people out there can understand what this is all about and who you are and what you're about, please.
Okay, I'm Gloria. Was a hairdresser all my life, and then the mediumship has now kind of taken over. I'm guided to work along that road. Married to Paul, 3 children, 3 grandchildren.
3 children and 3 grandchildren?
Yeah.
You don't even look old enough.
Oh,
So you always thought that there was something different about you, but when did you become aware that you were gifted with this mediumship?
Right. When my dad passed here in Campbellsall, I was at home in Ireland, and he came to visit me in spirit, and the next day we found out that he had passed over, so I knew anyway, I knew. And then as time went on, maybe a month or so, it was getting stronger and stronger, and he was with me all the time in spirit. And then we had a beautiful moment. We just danced. I'll never forget that moment. We just danced, had that, and then I kind of knew that this wasn't what everyone experienced. Otherwise, everybody would be talking about it all the time. So I went to the doctor and what have you. It sounds like Sinead O'Connor's. What did he tell me? And there was different things kind of said at the time. It was bipolar, maybe, or OCD, things like that. So for once I listened and went along for treatment as such, for guidance and counselling or whatever it is. But it wasn't for me. I'm put on medication, and I would say that was the worst stage of my life. It wasn't the losing of Dad, because I felt that he hadn't passed, but it was being on the medication, and it was like what I would call limbo. I wasn't really living, and I knew I had to put a stop kind of to that. So come off the medication and just opened up and said that I'm hearing all these voices and kind of spirits working with me, so went from there.
Was it all a bit of a jumble at that time?
It used to be, it was different. Why I called it like Whispering Angels. If you can imagine a room and it's full of people muttering, but I've had that all my life.
Was it clear, or is it?
Not
was
at
it
that
clear?
stage,
No, it wasn't
no.
at that stage.
It was just like people mumbling, and you'd have maybe heard your name or heard a random thing like a bar chocolate or a song title, or just real random people's names would be above the mumbling. But then once I knew that it was spirit, so this was all in the back of my head.
Yes.
Even as I was just doing daily things, cutting hair, being a mum, being a granny, doing all that.
These things would just come to you at
all the time this was going on. But it was once I realised what that was and had the conversation with myself and God, then I realised it was more than that. Then it became clearer.
Yes.
And then I got to know my own guides. My own guides then made themselves known to me.
So what happened then? Where did you go from there?
Well, a friend of mine was doing, she'd somebody around doing tarot readings, which I don't do because I can't concentrate enough, because I get what I have to give without the card, if you know what I mean. But we went round and she just said, when are you going to use your gift? And I'd been told this before by different mediums over the years. And I just thought, you know what, I'm ready to do it now. I really just felt it can't be worse than what I was feeling. And she booked me to go with her. I thought I was just going to sit in with her for energy, because I know I have a great energy that I give out. And she just sent me in the room and asked me to do my readings. It's all in the book.
Well, we're going to talk about the book in a minute, Gloria.
Yeah.
We have to promote the book, definitely promote the book. So from there then, you started to do readings.
Yeah.
Yes.
But within a week, it all changed. Once I said the words, I'm a psychic medium.
Yes.
Or I'm a medium, as I call myself. I really call myself Gloria.
Yes.
Then the psychic medium is what another label we've put on ourselves in this world where we shouldn't have labels. But I don't know how to tell everybody else what it is I do. So
Yes.
it's a common name as a psychic medium, or spiritual medium, whatever. But I'm Gloria, and I receive messages and I give them as honest and as clear as I can.
Okay. So, reasons why you do what you do?
It makes my life easier, believe it or believe it not, because it's crazy not doing it. It's too much not to do it.
Do you find that if you didn't do it, it would stay there and you'd be back to where you were with all this going on in your head?
Yeah, I could have went two roads. I could have stayed on medication and sat in the house and just kept
Vegetated.
it to myself, yeah, and become the granny, crocheting all the time or whatever. Or I could go with it, which is what I'm meant to do.
Yeah.
So I do it because that's what I'm being asked to do, and I believe that the people that get the readings, it makes a difference in their life. It certainly makes a difference in our life.
So, the book,
Yeah.
The Lone Wolf.
Yeah, my lone wolf.
So, let's see the book.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Brilliant book. All my wee pictures are in it, that they were cards that we designed, which are everyday cards, to prove that you don't need to learn, well, there are the cards there, that you don't need to learn what the book in cards tell you. It's what your gut tells you. And that's how you'll do a true reading. That's how you'll get your real guidance. To me, the little sets that you buy are fine, but the best thing is throw the book away.
Yeah.
Trust in your own gut first. You know, so these are just pictures of everyday things around
Scenes.
where we live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just guided by spirit what the general meaning is. But if I give you a card, you'll get a different meaning out of it.
Okay.
And it'll make sense to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the book's kind of filled with that as well. The idea of it was to be as simple as possible, to be an easy read, to be an enjoyable read, and a wee bit like a journal, as in where the pictures are. The idea behind it is that each day that you lift it, or when you feel, but each day, and you just stop at a page.
Yes.
And well, let's see what we've got. Could the grass be greener?
Oh, that's apt.
Yeah. So the likes of getting that, you'd maybe just put your date. There's a page left. You just put your date down.
Yes.
But if you get something in your head, it doesn't matter how random it is. You just write that down. And you see, as time goes on and you look back, I have no doubt that you'll understand why you wrote that. And
Yes.
that's you listening
Yes.
to your own messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, it's a lovely book.
Yeah, you've read it,
Yes,
Michelle?
it is a lovely book. It is a lovely book. My sister's read it as well, and anybody else that tries to want to read it tries to borrow it from me. But I'm reluctant to lend it out, I have to say, because it was a gift from you.
I'm glad.
And I don't want it to be lost or be damaged, or I just want
You're
it to be
not the
normal.
first that has said that they don't kind of lend it out, and that's really the idea of it. In the long run, it's the same. You can download it on Amazon and Kindle and all that, but it's the book in the hand
Yes.
is where you can write. Now, if you are going to download it, I would suggest you get yourself a wee notebook so you can write your own notes with it, because that's what it's really about. It's trusting your own gut.
Yeah.
But there's people's testimonials that
Yes.
and some. I've done it with as much respect as I can.
Yes. Well, you have. Yes, and
the person
they've
that
given you
they're-
the consent to do
Oh,
that
yeah,
as
they've
well.
wrote their
So
own words
you've not just
to
made
it.
this up and
Definitely
put them
not.
in the book.
No, there's not. I was kind of guided of who, I mean, I've done thousands of readings now, but for the actual book, I was just guided by spirit who came to me, and then I mailed the person who got the reading, and nobody said no.
Yes.
And they all have wrote their own little testimonial about what they got out of it.
Yes. So, a question for you: how do you receive messages?
I'm listening to the music. Music's a big thing with me, always has been, and I know with a lot of people who just don't realise that they can actually be messages as well. But I'll either hear it, it's more to one side of my brain, or I'll feel it, I'll just know, or I may see it. And when I say see it, when I see spirit or the message, it will be, the only way I can describe it's a bit like catchphrase.
Yeah.
And you get like clues.
Yes.
And it's up to us to decipher what the clues are. And it takes really hard work, and you're not going to get 100%. The reason being, if we got it like that,
Yes.
the world would be an amazing place.
Yes.
I'd be working for government somewhere, and as thousands of us would.
Yes.
But you don't get it like that. And sometimes it's given in a way that the actual person that's getting the reading, they have to work on it as well. It could be a memory or it could be a symbolic thing, but it's a wee bit like catchphrase, and then you work that out. But the more you have to work out, the more dedicated you become.
Yeah.
I mean, I live this.
Yes.
This is my life.
Yes.
There's no switching on and
No.
off. It's just my life, and it's the best it's been. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's good. That's good. So, how do you explain the messages to the recipient or the client?
Well, you got a reading with me, Michelle.
So for me personally, I was flabbergasted, to be fair. It was an excellent reading. It certainly wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't really know what I thought it was going to be, but I do know that the things you said, nobody else could have known those things.
Mm-hmm.
And it was extremely accurate, and it was very, very comforting, and I was at peace.
Lovely.
Within myself, if you like.
Lovely.
I think that's how I would suggest, yes.
That's the way different people have said to me, that I kind of come across different, but I can't compare myself to anybody else. So I just give it the way that I meant to give it, and try my best to give it the right way. And sometimes I have to be quite firm with somebody, or if I get something and they're like, no, it doesn't, if they don't move on, if spirit doesn't move on, I can't
No,
move
it
on.
has to stop there then, doesn't it?
I can't move on, we'll sit with that. But the difference I do is, when you come into a reading with myself, I am only the third person. I'm
Yes.
only in tuned a little bit more than you, Michelle, or anybody out there, because we've all got this gift. So I'm just a little bit more in tuned. And you're coming for a reason. You might not know what the reason is, but you're coming for something, and it's just for me to kind of be a wee bit more in tune. But if you're going to come to sit there and close yourself down and wait till I tell you everything about your life, well, to me, that's what a showman would do, or a magician would do, or I'm here to help you get your messages from your loved
Yes.
ones, or guidance. Sometimes it's not even, and these are the readings that I really love, sometimes it's not maybe a personal member from your family. When I say that there's a personal member, I will be asking them for validation.
Yes.
And again, they might give something that they think's hilarious, funny, and you remember it, and you just don't remember it.
Yes,
Things like that.
I mean, I know I've seen a few things lately, and it's quite intense sometimes, and other times it's quite it's fun as well. And you're only giving what you're, and sometimes you laugh before you say it, because whatever you're being told, you want to pass that on, but for a moment you sort of think,
yes, like, is this for real?
How am I going to say this?
You know, it's kind of right, okay. And some people think, you know, you maybe give something and in spirit think that's a brilliant kind of validation or clue.
Yeah.
And you've got, well, yeah, doesn't everybody? And you're like, no, everybody doesn't have that moment type of thing.
No.
So, but sometimes it's not a private family member. It can be my guides.
Yes.
Will actually give the messages for you. Now they're the ones that I take, they're real life changing, because I've a lot of guides, and depending which one comes in lets me know nearly the level of change that's needed.
So do you always get a good response from the client? Have you experienced any bad responses?
Yeah, I've had a couple. I wouldn't say they're bad, but I took them kind of personal.
Yes.
I was over here, and we were out in one of the bars, and on the TV screen an image of a boy's face came to me with but I'll not go into personal details, but an image of a boy's face came into me. And I had said to Paul anyway, and then later the next day we'd heard from home that a young guy had passed over, and I knew his girlfriend, so I mailed her to say what the message is, what I had received. And it was 100% what I was shown was exactly what had happened that night. So she came out for a reading when she was ready, and it gave her a bit of comfort. she booked his mother in, and his mum wasn't ready for the reading with an aunt, and they sat, and he tried so hard, and it was just like blank, and I done my best.
Yeah.
And whenever they were leaving anyway, it was then kind of, well, maybe we'll come too soon, maybe we'll come, the next time. And I was like, well, not through me, because that's the best I can do.
Yeah.
And as they drove off, I was having a smoke at the back door and started to cry. And said to Paul, why I was crying was, I felt for the woman, I really, really did, and she wasn't in the right place as such. Time, but he was saying to me in spirit, Gloria, they didn't listen to me when I was here, and they're still not listening, and my heart just went for him. And that's, if they'd have spent, the aunt just wanted me to say that he's at peace and he's happy, and I couldn't, because he wasn't giving me that. He wasn't giving me that. And then it worked out a couple of months later, we worked out why. So I believe he's in a bit more peace now, but well, he is in peace now. But at the time, so it's not that it's a bad reading, or sometimes people will come and they'll expect that, well, I want to know A, B, C, D.
It doesn't work like that.
No, I wish it did. Well, I don't actually wish it did, because then it wouldn't be right.
No, it wouldn't, no.
Now, I like to think that I've done my best, and if anyone wants a specific thing, I'll ask you, what is it, or who is it you would like to speak to, or what is it, or and I'll ask them. And if they don't give it to me, they don't give it to me.
No,
I can't. No, so don't beat myself up over that anymore.
So, Gloria, do you need any training, or does it come naturally? Go on.
Right, okay. I personally don't think you do. And I think this is where my gift is maybe that wee bit more special. If you could believe in yourself. Everybody gets messages. They're there for us all to see. Some were more in tune than others. The likes of courses and learning how to do things, it's to be in you.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to me to be a natural thing to do, to go on a course to do this. You go on a course to maybe learn nursing or become a dentist, but this is something that's is definitely within you.
We've all got it. Now, when I first started doing it, and then I was starting to look, well, maybe I'll go on that awareness course, or maybe I'll go on this one. And Paul and my daughter Laura, they were just mommy, don't be going. They'll change you the way you are. They'll give you techniques. But in my mind, I was like thinking, I know, but I want to do the best I can. And if these other people have been doing this for years and maybe know a lot more than me, then that might enhance what I do. But they were right. They were right, because I just don't fit in, and I've learned since, well, if I'm getting it directly, and I'm doing what I do, and like yourself, people are saying it's just different. To say I can't compare myself, but I'm giving it directly. There's no method. Every reading's different. I don't know where it's going to go or what way. So I believe that you've got it within yourself. Now, I was lucky enough to already have the faith in God that this is what it was, because I had such a down thing. If you feel that an awareness course, or you're just not, you want that wee bit of guidance, then there's no problem. But certainly I wouldn't be spending thousands and thousands and going on all these courses, because
it's a gift. It's natural. It should be there.
Yeah,
it should flow.
If you're waiting for it to wake up one day and it be there, well, you'll have passed over.
Yeah.
And then you'll have realised I had that all along. Yeah. And you could make life different for yourself.
So I believe that you meditate. So is there a reason for this, and how do you do it?
Right, my meditation, because I don't stop in my mind, didn't stop for years, is through my crochet.
I know, it's beautiful actually.
So we're only halfway, but I don't even think we're halfway.
Every time I see you, it's expanded.
Yeah,
it's grown, I should say.
It's going to go on a bed. But what I've done in this one, for instance, is I've done a row for different people. This is going to be raffled at the end when it's finished. But I've been doing rows for different people, for different... So there are my thoughts. Before I was aware I was connecting with spirit, I do crocheting every day. It's my addiction. But when I used to crochet, there would have been my prayers in it.
Yes.
And I'd have been praying away and supposed to be counting, and it's not perfect. but I don't worry about it not being perfect. I do my best. But I mean, I forget what row we done for you, Michelle.
Yes.
I think
we were up this way somewhere, weren't we?
This purple one.
We were up that way somewhere.
Somewhere anyway.
Yes.
But each row is nearly with different intentions for different people. So as long as I've the crocheting hook, because it's crazy, it looks as if I'm doing something. So my mind's telling me I'm doing something, because if I was just to sit in a room and meditate,
yes,
I'll fall asleep or
yes,
just not happen.
Yes.
Whereas when I'm doing this, my mind wanders. To me, that's true meditation. There is a talk about meditation that you clear everything.
Yes.
Well, I can't see, what would the reason be to clear everything?
Yes.
And have nothing
have
there.
Nothing there.
So what I kind of do is have this, right, take your daily things away, but to bring in what it is that you're guided to be thinking of, or to be putting out positive energy,
yes,
type thing. So that's my meditation.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful, and I've seen them in your home as well. They're lovely.
I have them all over the place. You want to see the wool covers. Hey.
So Gloria, what future plans do you have? And travel, another book, where you go, a caravan and travel the world? What are you going to do?
It's more mum's scene. I'm more want to be hoteling rather than caravanning. But maybe Brian and Paul will be driving us around the country. I know. I'm happy where I am now. Should it never get any better, then fine. But when you know things are in front of you, so a couple of, even up to about maybe 6 months ago, I'd have been wanting to know what it is I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Now I kind of no, it doesn't matter. We go.
What do they say? Never work with animals and children.
And children, yeah. Lovely. But you're right.
So you're going to travel?
We're going to travel. I know I'm going to go to New York, which was a place never on my list. America.
No, I'm the same actually. It's
yeah. Just this last couple of months, I know we're going to be doing New York with the mediumship. So anyone out there that's interested, give me a shout.
And we will actually explain to people how they can contact you.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah, I'm gonna the book. There will be another book. The publisher has asked me to she sees there being like a mini series.
Okay.
And of different subjects.
Yeah.
Which is fine, and I was delighted. I mean, my God, this is somebody that left school with no exams, went back to school at 40 odd years of age. So I was delighted, and even to be saying my publisher.
Yes.
But you know what? That's not what I'm guided to do.
No.
So I can only go with what I'm guided. The book has got a wee bit of, I think, everything. A few stories in it, a wee bit about how I opened up, a wee bit of how to meditate, the pictures. So I prefer it to be, it's a wee bit of everything all the time. It's not in depth. And I've got a wee line in it.
So do you have it in a format or an order, or does it just come and you jot it down and then you put it together?
Yeah, you put it together. I have about 10 books at home, all in bits and bobs. Then you just put in. But I've got one sentence in the book and it is that I'm not trying to explain the unexplainable.
Yeah.
I'm not trying all that. This is just real life, what's going on now, and how you too, if you're more aware, how we can make life that wee bit easier for ourselves, especially with grief. It is hard. It is hard.
Well, Gloria, as always, I love talking to you, and
whether
it be on the radio, whether it be here doing this as a promotional video for YouTube, or whatever it is that we do, I always do enjoy your time. So please, can you tell the people how are they able to contact you, and the best or easiest way to suit you?
The best way is Whispering Angels by Gloria on Facebook. That's where I get a notification straight away. I'm not great with all that tech stuff. So Whispering Angels by Gloria, but please make sure you like the page. I've loads of people on it that I've only discovered haven't actually liked it, but I like that.
I have, haven't I? I hope.
I think you have. But what comes up now is invite, but I never knew what invite meant. Or it meant.
Well, they change things as well so many times.
Yes, well, I'm inviting all these people too. But anyway, so a private message through Whispering Angels, and there's nearly 3,500 people on it at the minute on the page.
Really?
But I am the only one. I've no admin or anything like that. So any message and I do answer them all, I will get round to them. any message is from myself.
Yes.
Okay, and a great pride in that page. I
Yes.
really have. So you can message me through that, then my own Facebook page probably, and what we've started doing now is the WhatsApp, like video.
Yes.
Video.
The live.
Yeah, the live. So
Yes.
it's a face-to-face
Yes.
reading. We've only started doing that now over because I'm here and people from home wanted the readings, and you pick up a lot more obviously when you're seeing
Yes.
energy and auras and what have you. So I suppose that would just be my number.
Yes.
But
Okay. So it's
What's in the
Gloria.
book?
It's Gloria Feenan O'Neill on your Facebook, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's
your personal
That's
one.
my personal
but,
one.
But now I know you've said this to me.
Yeah.
And you prefer people to go through the Whispering Angels for obvious reasons, really.
Yeah, I'm better not. And if I've met you at all and you've asked to be my friend, I'm going to accept.
Yes.
I've never deleted anybody.
No.
Yeah, I see all these posts saying about I've deleted all these people. I've never done that. I can't do that. But if it's because you're interested in spirit or wanting a reading at some stage, please don't be on the private
ones.
Because if I see something,
Yes.
I could also get the same image in a message, but I would be thinking, because I'm human, or maybe that's because I've seen it, I'm
Yes.
not going to give it.
Yes, yes.
So it makes it hard. You lose out in the
Yes.
long run. So Whispering Angels,
Whispering
by
Angels
Gloria.
by Gloria is how
Facebook.
people should contact you.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So, well, we've come to the end. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, okay, super. Yeah, happy to. Thank you very much.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you very much.